Hey everyone, it's Tracey Ashford, your National Sales Manager with Jamberry. Hope everyone is fantastic tonight. I'm just going to wait a couple of minutes. I am unfortunately sitting in my car because I just flew in from Philadelphia. There's a few delays for my flight into Buffalo. So needless to say, I am sitting in my car in a parking lot. But, you know, it just goes to show you can do this business absolutely anywhere. Anyways, hey Stacy, how are you? We're just gonna wait a couple more minutes. And there's Kaylee. All right. And Grace. Hey Grace. Jessica. Linda. Hey guys. Let's give it a couple of minutes. We have over 250 people registered for this booking blitz, so very, very exciting to have that many people. I know that everybody wants to have a rockin' an amazing May, and this is what this is all about. Hey Tamara, so we'll just give it a little couple minutes. Hey Lisa, and just let everybody come on. Notice that I'm on. I'm sure if they're on. Hey Lori. Hey, Jackie. Marina. My goodness, all these people. Yay. Angie. Lynette. Corinne. Lynette. We'll just wait a couple of minutes as everybody gets on. The numbers are going up fast and furious, which is awesome. Hey, Sarah. All right, and I will apologize. It is raining like crazy here, which is probably one of the reasons why I had a delay. Well, at first I had a delay with the actual plane. There was mechanical issues, and I always hate when I hear that, mechanical issues. Hey, Karen, with a, hey, Leora, I hate that. So we had to wait for that. And then, unfortunately, there was a huge thunderstorm rolling through the area, which caused a few delays. So I'm really actually lucky that I was able to have my flight, get to my car, and get in. Oh, and your power is out. Yeah, well, I know I was extremely delayed with flight today. Okay, so let's see. Okay, so let's get going. All right, so as people roll in, hopefully they'll be able to pick up, and you can always go back and rewatch this video because I'm going to leave it up here. The biggest thing, guys, though, is I want to let you know is for the whole entire month. So from now until the end of May, this is where everything is going to be happening, is on this post. All right, so that being said, you're going to want to come and check in on a weekly basis into this post because there's going to be some fun things happening. And I'll explain that at the very end of this call. But you're really going to want to, you're not going to want to miss out. I promise you it is something that is a benefit to you. It's a benefit to new customers, and it's a benefit to your hostesses. So this is why we're actually doing this, this booking blitz, is to get your May absolutely absolutely fired up. Kids and smiley faces and angry faces. It's okay. I love you nonetheless. All right. So that being said, hopefully you've got a pen and paper and you're ready to take some notes. And I'm not going to keep you on long because those that are on the Eastern Standard Time or Atlantic Provinces time, because they're an hour ahead, it's 8 o'clock there. I want you to be able to jump on this and start going, right? And over the next 4 days, so today is, I've lost all track of days, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. So you have got 4 days, right? Hey Tammy, so you've got 4 days to complete this activity and really fill up your calendar. So you have lots of time. And I always say, you guys always know I use this expression, imperfect activity is better than perfect inactivity. So I want you doing something. I want you, following through. So hopefully you have a pen and paper. So the biggest thing that I want you guys to do, and this is going to be your first challenge that you're going to actually post, and I'll make a posting and then I want you to post to it, is I want you to create a list of over 30 people. this is so huge. If you have not done this yet, and some of you who have done a booking blitz with me know that is the first thing I actually ask you for is a list of 30 people, because those are the people that you're going to be reaching out to. So it can be people that you have had past parties with. It could be people who have postponed on you for whatever reason, because I always think it's never cancellation, it's just a postponement, right? So people who have postponed, maybe people that you just need to circle around with, people who are on your chicken list, guys. You know, we all have people who are like, why would I ask her, right? You know, maybe we have this preconceived notion about, you know, about her. So, right, the infamous list, I love it. So you need to make a list of at least 30. So the post I will be posting after this is basically you make your list, you're going to take a picture of it, and you are going to post, because I am going to be doing all sorts of a ton of giveaways and a ton of recognition for activity. So imperfect activity, right, is better than perfect inactivity. It is your frank list. That's right. So if you want to do a list of 100, because guys, you know what? Everybody has a different conversion rate. Some of you, it might take you 1 in 10 to get a booking. Some of you, it might be 1 in 5. It just really depends. It really depends on how good you are. So I really encourage you, the bigger the list, the better. Don't stop at 30. Just, you know, if you have 1 to 30 and go, okay, I've got 30. If you got more people, put them on it. I want you to paint a really big stroke brush and really think big here. Do not think little, think big. You want a very, very full calendar for May. Now, the next thing you want to do is, because we're not quite at the end of April, is you want to really identify the days that you see yourself working in the month of May. And I am going to encourage you to front load your month. So take a look at the first 2 weeks, and I want you to pinpoint specifically what days. So this is going to be, a challenge number 2 is I want to see what you guys have actually identified as the days that you can see yourself working. So you need to, I personally, in a paper calendar, because I use paper calendar all the time, I used to highlight those days in green. Green means money to me. Those are my days that I'm actually working. Those are my money days. Those are income producing days for me, right? So it really is, I've got my list of over 30. Now I've got my days that I can see myself working. And I did this actually every 3 months. I would go through and I would highlight and I would identify the days that I'm going to be working. Those are the days that I am going to be offering. I'm not offering days that I'm not prepared to work, because guys, I'm not going to miss a soccer game or a football game. I'm not going to miss going out, if there's something planned with my husband. I'm not going to miss that because I'm not prepared enough. So I need to be in control of my calendar at all given times. All right. So front load your calendar. First 2 weeks. So the 1st to the 12th, that's it. Or the 1st to the 14th. Nothing more than that. Take control of that. Because as soon as you start taking control of that, oh my gosh, it's going to be so much easier for you to load in those parties. Okay. So now we got our list of over 30 people. We've got our days that we can see ourselves working. So now, what do you think is the next progression? We need to actually get some bookings, right? So highlight those days, and here we go. So I personally believe that doing this, and I know you guys are terrified of picking up the phone, but I am going to challenge you guys all to get outside your comfort zone, because I really want you to book parties. And I'm actually going to look for very specific bookings here. What I want you to book as in-home parties. This booking blitz is all about the face-to-face, this to this. I want you, and some of you probably just did a gasp and like, what? I can't book Facebook? Nope, Facebook parties don't count for this. It is an in-home party. Now, let me explain. An in-home party, what we're qualifying as an in-home party is 1 to 2. So it's a small gathering. It can be more than that. So we used to say 1 to 1, right, is a party. No, it's 1 to 2. So if you're booking an in-home or 1 to 1 with someone, encourage her, tell her, bring your friend along, have your mother come and have a cup of tea with you. This booking blitz is all about the in-home party. And trust me, there are huge rewards for you doing in-home parties. All right. Now you might say, I've never done one. That's okay. That's why we're starting small. It's 1 to 2. There's 1 of you and 2 of them. So it could be 2 girlfriends. It's sitting in a Starbucks and doing it. Jackie has a question. What about when we have hostesses that do both online and in-home portion? Is that cool? That's totally cool. But there has to be an in-home portion. And it doesn't have to even be an in-home. You can go to a Panera Bread. You can go to a Starbucks. You can treat them to a coffee and do that one-on-one. But it's you and 2 or more people. That is what counts. All right. So now you're thinking, okay, and I just all of a sudden saw the numbers go down in the call. Guys, this is not hard. We need to start developing, right, relationships with people. We need to be able to do these things and do these activities. And the sooner we get comfortable with it, the better it's going to be for all of us. All right. So Lynette, time to actually start getting some in-home parties, right? So, or Panera or wherever it is that you're going to go. Here in Canada, can go do it at a Tim Hortons Coffee, bring your stuff and do their nails. And again, it has to be 2 or more. So what are you going to do? Well, now you're going to call people, right? Now, there's a couple ways that you can message people, right? You can phone, you can private message, or you can Facebook, you can text. Whatever is comfortable for you. But I am going to tell you that your voice is going to get you that booking, right? So I'm just going to give you some language in which to use, right? And all of you guys saying, I love in-home parties. Awesome. I am so excited that you guys love in-home parties just as much as I do. So if I'm calling someone that's on my list, I'm going to use Jackie for instance. I'm ringing her up. I'm like, hey, ring, ring. Jackie picks up the phone like, hey, Jackie, it's Tracey, your Jamberry consultant. She's going to know who it is. You know what? I'm just reaching out to you right now because, oh my gosh, Jamberry has some exclusive things going on in the month of May. And I thought of you right away because I know how much you love Jamberry and I know how much you love to add to your collection of what you actually wear. And the reason I thought of you is because I am gifting over $500 in free products in the month of May. And I thought of you in regards to having an exclusive shopping event with you and a few girlfriends. You know, if you were to book one of these, what day of the week works best for you? That's it. That is my sell. Now you might, you might say, oh my gosh, right? Well, gifting away $500, right? Well, I'm just taking the hostess rewards and breaking down, giving it away. That's 5 hostesses in the month of May, right? It's a no-brainer. It's not coming out of my pocket, but saying those words, I'm gifting away over $500 in free Jamberry next month, and I want you to have some of it. What day of the week works best for you? So think about that. I'm having or hosting a nail bar, right? I would love for you to have one of these. So use those words. Don't use the word party, right? Because women, since they hear the word party, well, it's work, right? Nail bar, exclusive shopping event. This language, absolutely, Lynette, it's a game changer for you guys. So it's when you go in with confidence. So if you're like, but Tracey, that rolls off of your lips really easily. Yeah, because I've said it probably 1,000 times. Write it out and practice it. Script it. There's nothing wrong with doing that. If these words don't work for you, then come up with other words. You need to be authentic is what it actually comes down to. But trust me in the fact that the words that I use do work. This is what I used to coach my team to when they were out in the field doing parties as well. Because I know that, again, I just go right for the ask. And what you will actually notice is that there was no pause. It was like, oh my gosh, I thought of you right away. I'm gifting away over $500 worth of Jamberry and I know how much you love it. Let's have an exclusive girl shopping event for you and a few of your girlfriends. What night of the week works best for you? I automatically assume, can I make a jam dictionary? Well, I should probably, right? I am assuming she is booking a party. Plain and simple. I'm not doubting the fact that she's not going to. Why would she not want to, right? So that's one. Now, if you were maybe private messaging people, you might reach out and say, hey, I would start the conversation, hey, Lynette, how are you? And wait for her to respond, right? Can wait for your green lights on Facebook and wait for her to respond. And then you can say, oh my gosh, I thought of you right away. I'm experimenting with my in-home parties and I thought of you right away. And I really need a couple of test people to kind of practice on. Would you be interested in having a spa night? As someone actually wrote down a spa party, right? Would you be interested in having a spa party? And I have a ton of free goodies in it for you. For doing a practice party for me. It's not a practice party. It's a party, but she doesn't know. And most people, here's the thing, guys, most women like to help other women, right? So when you use those kind of words, it really makes it really quite simple, right? Now, here's the thing. You're going to get some no's. What are you going to do when you get the no's? You're going to ask for the referral, right? You're going to say, oh my gosh, do you know one of your girlfriends who would love to sit down and have a one-on-one with me? I would love to be able to share this with other people. If you do have someone, now I'm not going to give a $25 gift card. I might give a sheet of wraps away. I might give her, you know, I'm going to keep it small, or maybe half a sheet with a nail file and an orange stick. I'm not going to give a ton of stuff away, but if I can get to her cold market, or sorry, her list of 100, I'm absolutely going to incent her. So I'm going to ask for that referral. So do not be afraid to ask, because you are going to hear no's. And so when I hear that no, I'm like, is that no, not right now, or is that no, not ever? Because at the end of the day, if it's no, not ever, I always say, oh, thank you so much, Lynette, for being honest with me. You know what? I so appreciate that. It's because no one likes to say no. I don't like to say no to people, right? So she's like, oh, thank goodness, right? I felt yucky doing that. I'm like, not to worry. Here's the deal, though. You know, I would really love to still have you, right, as an awesome customer in my VIP group, right? There you go. You know, but in the meantime, I would love to be able to give you something for free. I would love to be able to give you some free jams. You know, what if I sent you a coupon, and if you know, offered your girlfriend to have a one-on-one with me, or however you want to word it, I would love to be able to offer you, you know, some free product. And you don't have to put a price tag on it. Just say some free product. So that no, is it no, not right now, or no, not ever, is really going to help. If it's no, not right now, great. Can I call you back in a couple of months? Does that work? Right? And she's going to really be directive, hopefully directive with you, and let you know exactly when's the best time to follow up with her. Okay, now you're going to get answering machines. And what are you going to do with answering machines? Because guys, I do hope you pick up the phone. This really works well with the phone. And I know that some of you might be having heart palpitations right now going, I don't like to pick up the phone. And you might think it's a 1,000-pound weight. So totally understand, right? Weights are good for you. It builds strong muscle and it builds character. I'm asking you to step outside of your comfort zone and do something that is going to make you uncomfortable. But I'm telling you right now, growth and development happens when you step outside of that comfort zone. Pretty easy, right? So, right, book away. So I want you to pick up the phone and make those phone calls. This is a relationship building business. How do we develop relationships if we're not having those personalized phone calls with them? So I do hope you are getting their phone numbers when you are taking their orders, when they are becoming your good customers, right? This is important. Amen. Exactly. And so really super important. So if you have had heart palpitations and the thought of actually picking up the phone, it's okay. I want you to practice. Practice calling a girlfriend. Practice calling your mom and just say, I'm just practicing picking up the phone. How does this sound? Role play it with someone, guys. This is not hard. Go into the bathroom and look in the mirror and have your phone up to your ear and pretend. When you have a smile on your face, it's really hard to sound grumpy and frumpy. All right. And trust me on that. They don't know any different. And don't worry if you stumble over your words. The more you do it, the easier it's going to get. So now you're going to have answering machines. What do you do with answering machines, right? Well, I'm all about leaving very short, sweet messages, right? Rachel, thank you for your honesty. But you know what? You're going to grow by doing this. You're going to get answering machines. Leave a short and sweet message. I wouldn't leave what I would say on a phone call. I would say, oh my gosh, Melissa, I'm so sorry that I missed you tonight. It's Tracey, your Jamberry consultant, and I have some amazing information that I wanted to share with you. But I know you're busy, aren't we all? But I'll tell you what, if you get the opportunity to reach out to me before I get a chance to call you back, there is a free gift in it for you. And you know what? A lot of people, if you dangle that carrot, will call you back. So that's all I actually leave. And here's my number. Can't wait to hear back from you. And that's it. All right. So, and Tracey's words work. Her verbiage is gold. Absolutely. Absolutely they do. So it's tried, it's tested, it's true. Guys, when I was with another direct sales company a couple of years ago, I still had to go out every quarter and do a couple of parties. And trust me on this, my skills aren't rusty. I know this works because I've had to put it to good use myself. Okay, so I've given you the language. So we have our list. We have our dates that we see ourselves working. This is why it's so important that you kind of plan out, because these are in-home parties. Facebook parties do not count for this, okay? In-home only. So you have your list. You have your dates that you can see yourself going out and doing these two-on-ones, right? It's 2 or more people. It's a small informal gathering. If they have more, that's great. But it has to be 2 in order to count towards a party in this whole go for the gold in May. Okay, so now what? So it's like, okay, I've got this and I've got to pick up the phone and you're making me step outside my comfort zone. Here's the thing, guys. I absolutely tell you that you're not going to die 1,000 deaths by doing this. It's actually going to help you. And like you said, you know what? It's going to be so easy by the time you're done. Vendor events do not count. No, has to be sit face to face, eyeball to eyeball. You want to be sitting and doing, and as if you're doing an actual presentation. Okay, so it's a party. Even if you call it a practice party, you know, if you're reaching out to people and saying you need to practice the new pedicure line, you know, what about you and your girlfriends? We get together and do a pedicure. Who's going to say no to that? I can't think of absolutely anyone. Okay, so. Why in-home? Well, guys, I'm going to tell you, I'm going to do a Survey Monkey, and I'm going to link it into this event. And you're going to actually, as your in-home parties come in and as you put them on the calendar, because you're not going to stop just today, right? You're going to want to fill up your calendar, right? A vendor event, Judith, is going to help you get those one-on-ones. So it's still a good thing to do. It's going to help you get those one-on-ones. You're going to talk to them at that vendor event about sitting down, having a coffee, and doing a one-on-one. Okay, so that being said, why in-home? Because here's the thing. I'm going to send you a Survey Monkey, and you're going to fill in your name, the name of your hostess, the person that's actually doing the party, right? Especially if it's an in-home and more than 2 people. A contact number, whether it's the hostess's contact number or your cell phone. Because each and every single week, I am going to be making 10 draws from those people that have in-home parties. And I'm going to be randomly calling that party and giving away not only the host of gifts, but every single customer that is there, as well as you are getting swag. How does that sound? So this is why they need to be in-home. So every single week you're going to want to make sure you have those your dates on the calendar so I know exactly. Now that being said, that's not where it ends, because on top of that, Stacy and Elizabeth are going to choose 5 and call and give even more prizes to the hostesses, to the guests, and to you. Oh my God, like really? Are you kidding me? Like, who does not want to have in-home parties, guys, right? So this is why I'm saying a party can be in Panera Bread. A party can be in Tim Hortons in here in Canada. It's 2 or more people. I know, like, guys. So do you see and understand why I'm like, oh my gosh, you guys need to go out and book some in-home party. How much fun is this, Stacy? Oh my God. Yeah, exactly. This is Jamberry at its finest. But ultimately, it's setting you guys up for phenomenal success, because it is a 30, 60, 90-day business. What you're doing in May is going to be reflective in July. You're going to have an absolutely incredible July. So guys, so I'm going to post. So the very first thing, I'm going to make a post tonight, and I want to see your list of over 30 people, because I personally, every time I post, I'm going to be doing some recognition as well. So on top of it, more recognition. Okay, so there does not need to be a set amount of sales. Thank you, Judith, for asking that. So it doesn't need to be a qualifying party. We want it to be a qualifying party, because then the host gets a ton of rewards. But for some people, this is just going to be stepping completely outside their comfort zone and doing things that they've never done before, right? So in-home parties is kind of where it's at. It's kind of where we're going, right? I'm not saying not to do your Facebook parties. You still want to have a happy balance between both, but I really want you to start doing this whole face-to-face, guys. I am telling you, your business is going to explode when you start doing face-to-face parties. And I know that a lot of you are doing that already, and we're just stepping up the game that much more. For some of you that it's the first time, again, you're not going to die 1,000 deaths. You're going to get through it. You're going to get through this booking blitz and picking up the phone and making those calls, and you're going to actually book those one-on-ones and go out and do them. So how much fun is that, right? Okay. So that being said, all month long in the month of May, you need to be coming into this event, all right? I am going to be rewarding activity. So, for example, you doing your list of a 30. For example, you showing me that you have calendar blocked and you've blocked out the days that you can see yourself working. For getting 10 no's, whatever. I'm going to, like, every single day, there's going to be a challenge, and I want you to post to it. And then every single week, I'm going to be asking for your bookings for the week, because I can't wait to call you, whether you use your contact information or someone else's, or it's the hostess. to say, oh my gosh, it's Tracey Ashford calling. So there's going to be some information. Obviously, I'm going to need to know the time, the date, and everything else. But guys, holy smokes. Can you imagine having your hostess getting called during her party and saying you're a lucky winner? Okay. Can you tell your hostesses about this? Absolutely. Why would you not? I would say you could be chosen as one of our lucky winners in the week, this week, for hosting a party. Why not? Like extra jam swag, extra product for her. Of course, she will want that, right? So, how are you guys loving it so far? You guys liking this? This May is going to be rocking. I told you, this is going to set your May up to be marvelous. All right. So, that being said, stay tuned, stay connected to this group. If you have to go back into this group and re-listen to my words, re-listen to what I said in regards to some of the wording in order to get bookings, absolutely, right? Karen is saying if you want to do a relaunch, if I do an in-home relaunch party, why not, right? If you need to relaunch your business and this is what you need to do to get it done, girl, you go for it, all right? So I'm pretty excited about it, guys. I'm pretty excited about being able to call you during your in-home party and saying, woohoo, and then talking to your hostess and getting her all jazzed about the product. So I'm pretty excited. So anyways, that's why I wanted to come to you live. So you've got the next 4 days. Start crack-a-lacking, guys. Start making your list. Start getting on the phone. Start doing those activities, right? And don't worry about being perfect. Be imperfect with it, right? You do not need to be perfect in order to get those parties booked. And then watch for the survey monkey that's going to be coming, because that's how I'm going to be gathering the information, so I can be watching what parties are going up on the calendar, to really be, you know, obviously calling your hostesses, but also to be choosing 5 lucky winners from my region that Stacy and Elizabeth are going to be calling. I'm like so excited. Okay, so if you already have in-home parties booked, this is a great question. All right, if you already have in-home parties booked for May, they count. They absolutely count. So can you get more than what you already have booked? Yes, absolutely. Okay, so I'm going to let you go because I want you to get working on this. I know people out west, you've got lots of time because it's still early in the day. It's only like 4:30. People that are Eastern Standard Time, it's 7:30, so you have a good hour and a half once you get the kids bathed and into bed. You got time to get on the phone, right? Or maybe you need to still make your list up. And then the East Coast people, crack-a-lackin'. You got about half an hour, 45 minutes until it's like, you know, you don't want to call anymore. Okay, I can't wait, guys. I can't wait to see what the next 30 days comes, and excitement. All right, gonna love you and leave ya. Have fun, make those calls, make those connections. We'll talk to you soon. Bye, guys.